Buenos dias, everyone. Welcome back here in Mexico City at Automotive Logistics and Supply Chain Mexico. I'm here with Roberta Palacio, who's the Supply Chain Head North America for Continental Division Contitech. And Roberta's going to be joining us on a panel talking about strengthening logistics in Mexico. But I wanted to start off, Roberta. Continental has recently announced some big investments in the country. You have a strong presence here. How is logistics supporting your growth here in Mexico?
Exactly. Continental will build up a factory in San Luis Potosí for industrial hoses, and the idea is to support the growth of the industry here in Mexico. And as logistics, it's just fascinating. We are going to support just to build the factory, to set up everything structure, and then to start running. So I would say logistics is a very exciting whole to join all this.
Absolutely, and Contitech and Continental produces a huge range of commodities. I think part of your role is looking across and finding synergies. Can you give us some examples of what you're finding or seeing, particularly perhaps in Mexico as well?
Yes, for sure. We work together different divisions like Tires, Automotive, and Contitech, and we put together like supply chain. We always find ways to go for synergies, like freight optimizations, routes, transportations, raw materials. So it's something we keep going in order to be every time more competitive.
And of course, one of the things we're talking about in this event are logistical bottlenecks, capacity issues at ports. Where do you see some of the worst bottlenecks, let's say, that need to be addressed for Continental?
Yes, I think for Mexico, the main thing is related to customs still. We have a lot of infrastructure still in the country that needs to be developed. But I would say what touches most, I think it's foreign trade topics, which we are, of course, focusing how to develop, how to go further, how to keep us updated. But it's the main challenge, I think, in Mexico.
And those foreign trade topics, things like customs and other kind of things like that?
Exactly. How to work to make a cargo clearance on time, how to be faster, how to speed up the process. Yes.
So, Roberta, you're from Brazil. You're based now in Ohio, responsible for North America, and now here we are in Mexico. Tell us a little bit about the role Mexico is playing as a hub in the wider Americas for Continental.
Mexico is a very important city for us in the region, Americas in general, North America, and we have a lot of business running here in the country for our group sectors. And I think for me as Brazilian, it's quite easy to be here because the culture is very close, and I'm learning a lot with the team, with the plants, with everything.
Fantastic. And one last topic, a key one that's going to be facing all of us in the next decades is sustainability. Increasing sustainability in your supply chain and logistics. What do you see as some of the key steps that need to happen for Continental to reduce emissions and improve sustainability in your supply chain?
In supply chain, we are working, of course, carbon emissions. We are measuring that. We are, I would say, more aware about how transportation companies are working, and also looking to put suppliers closer to the factory so we can avoid this going and forward things. Yeah.
So lots to build on from there. We're going to be speaking more shortly on stage. We look forward to sharing that with our audience. It'll be available on demand, and we'll have some coverage. But Roberta, it's so great to have you here in Mexico, and can't wait to follow the progress along the way. Muchas gracias. Obrigado.